Um, I get California and Florida mixed up purely because I'm always unsure which one has Disney World and which one has Disneyland.
There's also that, yes.
And I've been to one of them twice. I still don't know them for sure.
Well, did you go to California or did you go to Florida?
Okay. I went to California. I just don't know if I went to Disney World or Disneyland.
Turns out you actually went to Florida.
Yeah. I knew that the road trip was long.
So now that you're alive again...
Am I?
I mean, I hope so, because I'm not going to be able to... I'm not going to be able to do solo commentary over this game.
Popal just called Ara's name, and it's not like she can respond back. Because she's mute.
We're mute, yeah.
Anyway, since we're kind of KO'd, this is a good opportunity to have another flashback.
The throne is taken.
It seems every single time someone rules over the throne, shit gets real.
Well. Oh, okay, so we're not the only one.
No, we're not. We have sisters. Conveniently, the hole became a staircase. Yeah, look at that.
The thick plottins.
In their tongue, he is Dovahkiin.
Why are we making more references to Skyrim?
I don't know. Whenever I see like a dragon mural on a wall, I get reminded of Skyrim. I think the best part of Skyrim is that reveal trailer.
Dragons were around for a long time before Skyrim.
I know.
If there's anything that disappoints me about the success of Skyrim, it's that everyone's like, "Oh, dragons, Skyrim."
Oh shit.
Hello, Red Army soldiers.
No, I think it's the flashback.
Oh. Hello, Red Army soldiers.
So this happened after the coffin we were in was thrown out the castle. All our sisters were murdered. So me and... Oh, look at that. It's Evelyn.
How
I will save this one for later.
But...
So, Ara, Evelyn, and her sisters, whoever they were called, they were the heirs to the throne. And what the king wanted was to kill all of us, so there would be no heir, and he'd get it instead.
So why did he save Evelyn?
Maybe to like adopt her, and you're my heir now, and if you get the throne, then I'm the king, and I outrank you.
But how did she get here?
Look at that MacGuffin. Perfect fit.
Welp. Jeez. How rude. Oh.
Uh-oh. Also, she got armor.
Ah.
And got a bit taller.
That's just perspective.
Nah, she's pretty tall.
It's all perspective.
Sure. Oh god, that's such an old school JRPG thing where it's like, well, why are my party members like little chibi characters that are like 12 pixels tall, and I'm fighting monsters that take up half the screen and have like are super detailed.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
It's like most prevalent in Octopath Traveler. If you've seen any gameplay of that, it's like Jesus Christ. It's like that times a million.
I always appreciated that the combat models in Final Fantasy VII were way more detailed than the overworld models. For specifically that sort of reason.
Okay.
And that's one of the most popular kind of forms of graphic update mods on the PC version of 7 is to use like some of the combat models for overworld models instead.
Yeah. I think that's one of the major complaints I've heard of FF7. It's like, why you gotta overworld and like play as Popeye?
The normal models in 7 are hilarious.
They're so bad. I know, I get it's the first 3D FF game, but Jesus Christ. I mean, you had good models.
Yeah, I have a certain amount of nostalgia for them, but like,
Alright.
they're so silly.
But like no one prefers them over the battle models.
Oh no, not even a little bit. And it's especially hilarious when you get like when you see one of the few FMV cutscenes in the game, because like the ones that use the overworld model, because the weird thing,
oh my god,
the super weird thing about the cutscenes in Final Fantasy VII is that some of them use high quality CGI models for the characters.
Makes sense.
And some of them still use the character models that are like the in-game overworld models.
I actually didn't know that. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
Like,
It's a damn FMV. You can look whatever you can look however you want it to look.
well,
You gotta pick up the Popeye arms.
I guess actually I should call it a pre-rendered cutscene rather than FMV.
Pre-rendered.
Well,
same thing.
Yeah, it's same difference for what I my intention, but it's technically for proper terminology it's a pre-rendered cutscene. But yeah, some of them use the really bad like overworld models, and some of them use higher quality like actual character models.
Oh god.
And the like there aren't that many of them in the game either. Like, especially like after you get out of Midgar, there really aren't that many like pre-rendered cutscenes in the rest of the game. So it's super weird that like it's just like random which ones
that they ran out of budget by the time you left Midgar.
I mean,
oh my god, if the remake still had those models, that's a day one purchase for me.
That would be play Final Fantasy VII Remake with the original graphics.
Hell yeah. No, I want what Halo Anniversary had, where it has a button dedicated to switching between the graphics.
Retro mode.
Do you want shit, or do you want old? So we technically didn't really defeat Evelyn. She still had a bunch of health left.
Cutscene in the middle of the fight.
Yeah, it's a typical RPG thing, not just JRPG, where it's like, no, you didn't win, despite clearly we were winning.
I'm more okay with it if they cut the fight short intentionally.
Yes, that's fine. It's worse if you see their health bar drop to 0. Also.
Yeah. Oh. Well. All right.
No. Our dad. Oh no. We killed him.
So when we were a babby. We stabbed him with a sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I guess.
Welp.
So Evelyn is clearly the older sister.
Well, Era, with an E, was the last one to speak.
So that's probably Evelyn's actual name.
So now we're getting the explanation for our little
Why we're thrown out the castle.
wooden crown thing too, as well. Whatever that is.
Whatever it is, it's the polar opposite of whatever that glowing crown is. Yeah, it is a bit weird how Ara speaks in flashbacks. Only. That's like, I think I used to that.
Stubbornly make the same mistakes.
Come on, you still got some health left.
Back to the fight. Anyway. Remember, we were fighting.
Yeah. Also, hey, you can't be annoyed at me anymore because I'm using potions.
Because it's a boss fight. Finally decided that would actually be worth it, huh?
Damn right. Also, I like to have so many of them.
Can't physically see it, but I'm shaking my head.
I know, I can sense it.
That cutscene completely derailed my train of thought.
What were we talking about before then?
Something about Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, how shitty the overall models are.
Although,
and why FMV cutscenes use them sometimes, but not all the time.
The remake having like some sort of Easter egg where the original models showed up again would actually be kind of hilarious.
Oh god, that thing is like primed to be like pre-order DLC or something.
I don't think Square Enix would do that. They haven't really, like, even with Final Fantasy 15, like, they haven't really been like, oh, look at all this outfit DLC you can buy.
Nostalgia. But yeah, I'm not sure about Square Enix, but definitely other publishers just like, hey, that thing you like? Well, it's
pay money for it.
Pre-order. Pay money for this thing that should have been in the game as like a bonus Easter egg thing.
Yeah, remember when games let you unlock alternate costumes for characters?
You know what? I actually don't.
I do.
Not anymore.
I'm old enough that I remember all of the stuff that's now sold as DLC just being a part of the base game.
And even like if you can like buy outfits for your playable characters and stuff, there's still probably gonna be some that are DLC, and they're always the better ones.
Yep. Yeah. Ugh.
I always like the outfits where it makes the characters make them look like other characters. I think that's always fun.
So, why didn't you ever cosplay in Dark Souls then?
Because it's Dark Souls.
Yeah. It's Fashion Souls.
Oh, I never paid attention to Fashion Souls.
That doesn't sound right.
Really?
You just said you like looking like other characters.
Oh no, I'm talking about like actual official stuff. Like if I'm playing, I don't know. If I were to be playing Persona 5 Dancing Moon Knight, you bet your ass I'll be dressing up as the Demi-Fiend.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you can dress up like Ornstein and Smo in Dark Souls.
Oh yeah, I did do that once. I did dress up as Ornstein.
You know.
I just needed some reminding. It has actually been a while since I played Dark Souls 1.
I mean, you can
actually any Dark Souls.
Yeah, you can dress up like him in 3 as well. It's the Dragon Slayer armor.
No, you can get his actual armor as well.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought that the Dragon Slayer armor was the only set like in the game.
No, you find his whatever his armor is called. Now you actually find like Ornstein's set.
I'm skeptical.
You can look it up.
I remain skeptical.
Either look it up on a wiki or wait for several months until we do our LP of it, and you'll see for yourself that I pick it up.
I remain skeptical.
Okay.
Let's see what Dark Souls Wiki has to say about this.
Make sure it's Dark Souls 3. I can't believe like you're skeptical of information being relayed by me, a Dark Souls master.
Dragon Slayer armor in the Archdragon Peak, which is what I said.
Dragons. You know, there's a boss called Dragon Slayer armor.
Yeah,
and I thought that's what you were talking about.
The Dragon Slayer armor set is
look up Ornstein's set.
There isn't an Ornstein set in Dark Souls 3.
Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Because I'm not crazy. I know that much.
Also, what's this cut?
Dragon Slayer set.
Which is that is what I was talking about.
I thought you were talking about Dragon Slayer. Okay, what the hell is the Dragon Slayer armor set called?
It's the Dragon really Slayer set.
Are you talking about the boss in Dark Souls 1 or the boss in Dark Souls 3?
I'm talking about the set of armor that you pick up in Dark Souls 3 that looks like Ornstein's armor from Dark Souls 1.
Yes, okay, that's what I've been talking about. Wait, why are we talking about this?
Because you thought that there were 2 sets of armor in Dark Souls 3 that look like that.
That's because when you first brought up, I thought you were talking about Dragon Slayer armor, the boss, and its armor.
It's called the Dragon Slayer set. Like, it's the Dragon Slayer armor set.
Can you blame me for being confused by Dragon Slayer set and Dragon Slayer armor?
Yes. Because
I can't.
I was very clearly talking about the sets of armor and not a set of armor and a boss.
I don't know. I think you could have been a bit more clear.
No, I don't think I could have.
I think you could have.
What's going on here?
We've made enemies of Evelyn. Although, that was obviously the case the whole time.
We were already her enemy.
But now it's confirmed. we're gonna get rid of no more white sages for you.
So we beat her, but we didn't actually beat her.
Nah. We got a cool sword, though. And, hey, remember this MacGuffin? It's the leaf.
The leaf?
Ugh.
Why did we just shatter it, though?
I wonder what it does.
How pointless.
Man, getting a lot of flashbacks this episode. I guess you keep getting knocked out.
Everything we've done is pointless.
I guess it's somewhat explained why we're mute. I guess it's like punishment.
Is that sword really heavy?
Nah, I think we're like
hurt,
injured.
We took damage in that fight.
We did. No time to heal.
Quick, guzzle a potion. That'll make it all right.
Yeah. I wonder, has there ever been a piece of fiction that has explained how potions work? Like, like, if you got cut on your arm or torso, how's drinking something supposed to help that?
Well, yeah.
It's just one of those things where it's like, you know what? Don't even bother trying to explain it.
Yeah. Irreparable. I think it's supposed to be irreparable, but... Oh!
Zombies!
So how did these guys get here?
I think they were here, like, while they were invading the castle the first time. And then their bodies just left behind, because, like,
I was wondering about that while you were gone last time, but yeah, I don't know the...
But yeah, like, these guys are super old. At least a few years.
I mean, you might think.
And I guess when the castle flew into the sky, mission failure for the Red Army, they're like, okay, well, let's just leave our dead brethren here.
Huzzah! Mission succeeded.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, it won't feel like we've sustained heavy losses if you don't look at the corpses.
Also, I like how the full potion only heals 3,000
Yeah,
health.
it's not actually full. Yeah, usually if something is labeled full or max, then, you know...
You'd expect it to just heal all the health.
Yeah, and like at this point in a JRPG, you get the full heals coming in, right? Like, no, that weak ass 500 per drink, right? You get the full ones.
Oh god, needing to spam like level 1 potions when your characters have a ton of health is the most tedious thing ever.
Please, God, and game developers, make sure your health system goes by percentage based, not by actual point based. Because if it's not percentage based, it's kind of shit.
Heal 1,000 health when your characters have 6,000.
Yeah, it's like, well, I've like 50 potions and heals me for 30 health points, but what's that gonna do when my max HP is 1,000? Nothing. At least if it's like 10, if it's 10%, that might not seem a lot, but that's goddamn 100.
Civil War.
Gotta have those.
Something happened. A thing.
Oh, we're getting in like a backstory of an ancient race called the Argur.
They found a red square.
Light and dark. Heat and cold. Life and death.
You should always know not to mess around with random red squares that you find deep underground.
Yeah, that's always the downfall of like ancient civilizations. It's like, you dug too deep.
They didn't know what they would awaken.
No. I love that cliche where it's like hyper advanced civilization somehow is extinct.
Well, I mean, just because they have a lot of good technology doesn't mean that they would be able to prevent an extinction event.
That's always the like because they were so advanced, that's the reason why they became extinct.
Well, that could happen too. I would posit that like if a giant meteor crashed into Earth, we wouldn't be able to stop it.
Well, if it killed all of us, it would also probably kill all the other species as well. And it's like, well, who's gonna look at our ruins?
That's debatable, actually.
Oh, okay, well, disregarding like cockroaches and
there are
all the obvious stuff.
There are a lot of animals that would potentially be able to survive depending on the type of extinction event. There are a lot of animals that, because they have in the past. We've had extinction level events on Earth in prehistory.
Yes.
And yet there are a lot of animals still here today. It is kind of weird to look at the skeletons of certain birds and compare them to skeletons of dinosaurs, because they do look almost exactly the same.
Well, yeah. I thought it was pretty common knowledge by now that birds originated from dinosaurs.
They basically are just dinosaurs.
Yeah. I knew that much.
I think part of the weirdness of that just comes in from there were multiple different taxonomic groups of dinosaur. So the modern day birds are descendants of certain kinds of dinosaurs, whereas the Brontosaurus or whatever, Diplodocus
isn't the Brontosaurus one of the actually not a real dinosaur? I remember one of them being. I remember one of the common ones actually not being real.
Yeah, there was one of the really large sauropods. It turned out to.
Yeah, it's like they got the heads mixed up.
Yeah, it turned out to not be real. And yeah,
Awesome.
sauropods aren't really around anymore. But the pterodactyls, T-Rex, Velociraptor, all of those Those are basically just birds now.
Oh yeah, with feathers and all.
Most of them apparently had feathers even back then.
hmm People like to deny, like, you know, T-Rexes and Velociraptors not having feathers, but no, they did. No matter how lame it sounds.
Well, and I mean that's like you look at ostriches. They don't look lame, you know. But actually, like, yeah, with the big theropods, like I think it's theropods, like Tyrannosaurus Rex and Allosaurus. They have like the jury is still out on like whether they had feathers and if they did, like what, because they seem, to our knowledge currently, to have primarily had scales, but that doesn't discount that, like, maybe along their, you know, spine ridges they might have had kind of primitive feathers and stuff like that. We just don't know because we don't have enough information.
I would like to see digital re-releases of Jurassic Park to feature feathered dinosaurs.
All the Velociraptors with feathers, yeah.
Yeah.
Which weren't
feathers on the logo as well.
Strictly speaking, they're supposed to be Deinonychus rather than Velociraptor, but whatever.
Excuse me.
Apparently, Velociraptor was just a more marketable name.
Well, yeah, sounds cool. It's like Velocity Raptor. Sounds awesome.
It flows more for market speak than Deinonychus, I guess.
Whatever it takes to get more money.